All right, we touched on biohacking before, and I know through digging into your work, you're a fan of biohacking with some of these different substances like methylene blue, and
Yeah.
you've had Nathan Bryan on your show as well, and I believe you've at least tested out his supplements for nitric oxide. Talk about that aspect because you have this really unique paradigm where you're keto, almost carnivore, but you're also into the biohacking. And I just think altogether where you've evolved to is a really interesting place. So I want to bring the biohacking piece in, talk about what you're experimenting with these days.
Yeah, thanks, Jesse. It is an interesting evolution for me. Love Nathan Bryan's nitric oxide lozenges. I use that cyclically. I do a lot of supplements. I rotate them, and I go on and off of supplements. But in terms of biohacks, some of my favorite biohacks that I personally do on a consistent basis are red light therapy. I'm doing that every single day. I have a red light therapy panel right here. I have an infrared sauna that I use as well that has red light therapy. I use that most days. I have a cold plunge in my backyard. I use that maybe 2 or 3 times per week. It's not something I do every day. And I love these supplements that we could call biohacks. I love methylene blue. My nails are actually blue from taking it before the conversation here. I use Dr. John's product, by the way, methylene blue. And I love methylene blue because it helps my brain function well. It feeds my mitochondria. It's great for inflammation. So methylene blue is something that I take often. You combine methylene blue with red light or sunshine, like it really enhances the effects as well. I love my coffee with caffeine. I love different supplements that I take, like the nitric oxide. I'll take creatine. Big fan of creatine. I'll take 7 grams of creatine per day. I could go through a whole list of supplements that I take. But yeah, biohacking is important. I think biohacking is great. I just think people overdo it sometimes. They don't understand that it's a stress. You want to feel better after a biohack, not worse. If you do a cold plunge and you feel wiped out, you did too much. It was too cold. You should not do that again until you've built up this hormetic ceiling. And one of the best ways to know if you're building up your hormetic ceiling is tracking your HRV. It tracks exactly the same way. The higher your HRV, the more biohacking, the more fasting. The lower your HRV, the less biohacking, the less fasting. So I love biohacking, Jesse. I think it's amazing that we are in this space and we could get all these amazing results in half the time. I have all these amazing biohacks and I'm blessed and grateful for it, but you got to use them the right way.
Talk more about the creatine piece. I think you said you're around 7 grams a day. Is that primarily for the cognitive benefits, the physical? I'm assuming both, but what is your main reason for taking that?
It's primarily for the fitness benefits. That's why I started to take it, because I'm on a strength training program and lifting more weights, eating more protein. And I know it's great for strength training, muscle recovery as well. And also, it's just great for the mitochondria. So, like you mentioned, the brain loaded with mitochondria. So, I like the way I feel with creatine. I think creatine is one of those supplements that both men and women should take. It's safe. It's cheap. There's thousands and tens of thousands of studies on them. Women usually take around 3 to 5 grams of creatine per day. Men, 7 to 10 grams. These are just general kind of suggestions here. I'm around the 7-gram mark and I take it pretty consistently. I usually take it before my workouts or before basketball is what I do.
If you enjoyed that clip, you're going to want to head over here and catch a full episode. I'll see you over there.
I did the experiment. So I did 90 days of carnivore and a couple of interesting things happened. I dropped 6% body fat, meaning a total of 6% body fat reduction during the 90 days. And I didn't even realize that I needed to lose those 6% body fat for my body.